Hey guys, what is up? Slappy here. Welcome to episode 50 of our Creativerse thing on the Project Singularity Creativerse server. And it's exciting. It's time. The biospheres are done. The biodomes are done. Everything is done with them. I'm happy with it. And now I'm going to leave you with some music instead of my voice as we take a gander through them. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that thing, that walkthrough. I assume I added some airy music, maybe some harps or something. Just an assumption. I actually haven't made it yet. But were we missing a piece of glass? What? That happened. We gotta nail this. Ah, no. There it is. Okay, cool. So yeah, filmed it during the day, which is fine. It's fine to film it during the day, but I thought maybe we'd walk through together, chat about it at nighttime because it's a completely different vibe at night. And yeah, this was the first thing we made, and very happy with it. Obviously, at night we gotta deal with some of these guys. Yeah. Okay, well, at nighttime, we have some of that, so I apologize. We missed one here as well. Okay. Yeah, this was the first thing we built, and I decided to put in these decorations to make the hallways more exciting, which I do quite like, actually. We had the concretes here. I think when I envisioned them, we were going to have a ton more. We were going to have a ton more of these sort of everywhere in the hallways, and it didn't work out like that, but this was the first dome we built. The dome itself was a bit of an experience because I actually made it come all the way up to a point before realizing that looked terrible. So that's when we decided to round it off. And I think the canyon was a great one to start with because it's super easy to make. Canyons are just these jaggedy things that show different rocks, and it's super easy to make. And I still think this one looks really good. I think this walkway down the middle was a cool idea. And I really like this. I really like this one. It was easy. It was easy. It was a good one to get started with. We learned how to build a dome, and yep, pretty good. This one we did I remember. Okay, so this is like a cave. We go through the mountain and out the other side. So I thought, like, why don't we make it like a cave? That'll be really cool. And I like it. We got the stalactite layer, the lava layer. We didn't have room for all 4 layers, so I cut out. It's not the fossil layer, is it? Whatever the other layer is. I just cut it out. Whatever. But yeah, so then this was our second one. I wanted to switch it up completely. I was like, we're in a hot one with the rocks. Let's go to snow, completely different. And we're missing even more blocks. Oh man. Stuff like this, though, like, I use that to get out because it's really annoying to have to walk through the whole thing to go get, like, materials and stuff. So anyway, this was our second one, which, again, I really liked. We put this igloo over here. I was going to put something in it or something. This one was a bit tricky, though, because the canyon, so easy to make, look good, and you just have to make everything jagged. This one, a little tricky, because, like, there's not a lot in these biomes. This biome is pretty much flat, right? Speaking of jumping out. Do I have a bed on me? No. Okay. We're going to go sleep the day away real fast because we want to do this one at night. We just did it during the day in that little musical one. So now if we're going to walk through it, let's do it during the nighttime. How do you wake up at if you sleep at 5 a.m.? Oh, we woke up lightly later when it counts it as daytime. 10:30. Okay. I'm a big fan of being able to sleep the day away, especially like stuff like this. Like normally I skip the night, but it's nice to have the option to skip the day. Or else I would have just been standing there for like 10 minutes. Anywho, episode 50. This is exciting. 50 episodes into this, and we have the domes complete, which means 1/4 of the museum is done. Exciting. Very exciting. Anyway, yeah, this one was tricky because this is a very plain biome. Like, this is it. There's ice, there's these trees, there's snow. There's not much else, and it's flat. It's like frozen ocean or whatever. Tundra is also pretty much the same thing, just without the ice. So it's tricky, and I don't know if I perfectly accomplished, like, having enough in here to make it, like, exciting. I was going to put, like, a little hut down here or something, but it just, it never came together. I like this snowy tree. So this one, you know, I'm happy with. I think it's cool, but it's not as interesting as it should have been, I suppose. Really will track you through everything. This next hallway, you know what, let's just... Next hallway was a little bit of a tricky one. I had this vision of going underneath. There's this little river here that we'll see. You guys have seen, I guess. We've already been through this once with music. There's this river here, and I really was like, I think it'll be so cool to go underneath the river, and I really like this effect. I think it's really cool to be like underneath the river. I actually was gonna walk. I was gonna make this hallway go straight down and like be under the river most of the way, but there was just actually nowhere to put a dome over there. Really, was like a big issue. So it was a bit tricky to like work out because you kind of had this jagged edge and it was a bit awkward, but yeah, we got the underneath effect, and then it was like a long hallway. It's basically there wasn't very good terrain to put up a dome, so there's a long hallway. Spiced it up by having some of this stuff. We got the goos, which are I think the coolest blocks in the game. They're also like bounce pads. If you jump from a height, they're kind of bouncy. So are beds, by the way. I just found out. Stucco wall. These three were the last three things I put in. Were these stucco walls. I needed 3 more blocks. And a lot of blocks come in groups of 3 actually in this game. So I needed 3 blocks, and the stucco wall, I thought something with color would be cooler, so I put in the stucco wall. They're fine. And Walden helped me out over here. I don't think I have the cobblestone recipes. I told him, I was like, I need 2 blocks for like sort of a long showcase area, and he's like, hey, cobblestone and mossy cobble. And we put them in, and it looks pretty good. Pretty good, I think. I like that one. This is the mossy. I wish there was a bit more variance in them, a bit of difference. But it's pretty cool. No complaints. We turned all the stone this way in this section, like the top or the bottom of the block, which is cool. It gives it kind of a sleeker effect. Anyway, as we continue up, we come up from the cave. Oh gosh. Okay, what am I pressing? I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Press tab when you're in that menu, you just switch menus. So here is the jungle. Now the jungle I thought was kind of tough. So I had this vision of, so we have these big trees here. The jungle is kind of this big shaded area in the game. I had this vision of kind of trying to do that, but then I ran into an issue of the dome's not really high enough to make huge trees. So I ended up making this this tree, which I quite like. I think it's cool. It kind of perfectly encapsulates. It feels like to me this dome. It feels like part of the jungle, maybe at the bottom of like a valley. You know, there's a little bit of water, so they put up a house to get the water, something like that. A smaller tree. There are these huge trees around, so I think it gives it that kind of darker vibe, like it's actually in a jungle. And then we use this Detrius, which I think looks so good. It's such a good block. Such a good block. Left this dark spot kind of purposely. And I do really like this jungle one. This house is a little wonky because it kind of goes into the glass, but I kind of like that there's something else here, kind of a little bit of mystery. You know, there's a little house in the jungle. Got to showcase these bungalow blocks. So, you know, it's kind of a cool one. This hallway, I'm not gonna lie, it's very lazy the way I did it. It was the straight diagonal. I put up these blocks, basically what we see right now, and I had all the intentions in the world of making it pretty and doing other stuff. But then I really liked this vibe of this open air, looking at these massive trees, you know, the wind coming through. Not that you feel wind, but you know, I ended up just really liking the vibe of having it kind of open air. And then once again, I had this sort of vision of a glass, bridge. Just spare this guy before he comes over. Put away our sword. It takes up so much of the screen, you know? But anyway, I had this vision of a glass bridge, and originally we just had the glass, then I added the logs to make it look like it was supported, and then, you know, the fences came and whatever. But I really like this vibe. This is the river. Like, the glass is right underneath this section. I want to make the pathway come right underneath this river and then come out, like, over here. But it just would have been a very kind of convoluted path, and it would have taken a really long time. Placing stuff underneath glass, like, building stuff underneath the water. That little hallway took so long. It's absurd how hard it is to build underwater in this game. But, you know, it's cool. I like the section we did. Yeah, buddy. So anyway, it comes into this. It's a very short hallway to our next dome, and nothing too special. I did want this to feel very claustrophobic, this area, and I wanted it to be kind of hidden from view. So back here, you can't really tell what you're walking into. You can just see the peak stone. And then in here, to simulate the mountains biome, which are huge, I wanted to make it feel like claustrophobic. I thought by having the person walking through squished, these would feel a lot higher. Because really, they're not that high. They're only, 8 blocks high or something. And I think that accomplishes that. It could use a bit more snow. The finishing touches in this one were really hard. They either look cheesy or stupid, so it ended up being kind of hard to make this one. But I'm really happy with how it went. This part I'm not crazy happy with, just because I feel like it's pretty hard to see unless you kind of look over. Which is unfortunate, but yeah. I kind of envisioned this like wood path. When I was thinking of what I could do for the mountains, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if you had like a little wooden path like they had in like, like you see like in other mountain ranges, there'll be like these wooden paths that they made, years ago to walk up. I liked it. So I did it. So yeah, it comes into this pathway, which again, I did have grander plans of decorating, but we were getting close to episode 50 and I wanted this to be done. And I actually really liked this vibe. I was going to do something with a roof, but then I liked the open air and then the fences. I thought it was nice. And the other reason I thought I could get away with it is because I had this section, which is one of my favorite parts of it. There was this idea I had to showcase the different types of wood. Some of this wood has really cool textures, and I was kind of looking at the other wood. I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a little section with sort of wood stone? That's what we did, and I really like it. It's kind of got this modern art gallery type vibe, and really cool. So anyway, continuing on. Oh my gosh, that would be great. Not those. Anyway, continuing on. It's almost daytime. Continued the fence thing because it's still the same hallway. And we come into the swamp, which was the hardest biome to build. The water does not cooperate. I ended up just placing a ton more source blocks and basically covering up spots where it looks stupid with the reeds and the lily pads and whatnot. And those are kind of annoying because you have to place blocks over the water and then use the side of the block to place these. So I had these weird little ridges of blocks and stuff coming out of everywhere. But I think this ended up looking okay. These trees are kind of the easiest ones to build. They're kind of fun. You do have to like jump across, but I think that works fine. This next hallway, we showcase different floors. I really like this one. I think it's kind of cool though. Something to look at. And then this last little bit, I decided, you know what? Let's just have some glass. Let's see where we are. I think it'll be really cool once there's more built up around here. But anyway, we end up in the savannah, and sorry, it's already daytime. I've been talking for so long. It's almost 15 minutes of me walking through this. Sorry about that. I thought it would be cool to have a walkthrough on your own, with the music, and then like it was like a 5-minute thing, I believe. I'll put some music to it, and it'll be kind of a cool personal experience walking through this. And then I thought, you know what, let's walk through it together and chat about it because there's just a lot around it, and I thought it'd be cool to kind of chat through. So this is the savanna biome. This was our last biome. I like the savanna biome because it has this yellow color to it. I really like the color of it. I think it pops, especially in like contrast. If you see this compared to all of the grass and stuff, it really pops. It really comes out. But it's a very plain biome. I went over there and I was like, it has these flat trees, and that's about it. So it kind of, as a biodome, it's cool because of the colors and it pops, but it's very boring. There's like nothing in here. There's a pig. That's about it. But anyway, that's the end of it. I decided the last hallway, you know what? Glass, adobe, exit. You know, I really feel like this room is so plain, so barren. I don't really know what I want to do with it yet. I knew I wanted this sort of entry exit way, so you come in one side, exit the other. I knew I wanted that, but I wasn't sure what the other side I wanted was, like what I want in here. So we'll do that another time. I'm pretty excited though. You know, it's done. I really like it. Let's kind of a cool view. This place out here. Kind of a cool view of these domes from like up here. You just see like a bunch of like these glass things. Oh my goodness. Game, let me jump. Yeah. It's funny though, because like the further you get away from these things, they get see-through. So like you can see the bog water over there, but it's like see-through. Yeah, it's an interesting section. I'm thinking I might redo this hallway as well. I'm not sure I fully committed to it, like this hallway here. But yeah, very long project. It took I guess a month and a half. It wasn't terrible. These things don't come up overnight though. They it was a lot of work, and I'm really happy with it. I'm really kind of proud of it. And that's the first 25% of our museum. You know what? I'm pretty pumped about it. We have this, you know, we finished this entryway. We finished this big room that we're on top of now. And it was almost sort of demoralizing how long it took to make this room. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but like it really did. The ceiling wasn't coming together, and this, that, and the other thing. It really took a long time for this room to come together, and it was kind of discouraging. So I was like, oh man, this was sort of supposed to be the smallest part. Like it was supposed to be this grand room, but it was also supposed to be kind of one of the smaller parts of this build. And this build, I guess, is a museum. I want to showcase sort of how cool this game is and the different blocks and the different this, that, and the other thing. So that way we have machinery going up. We're going to have all kinds of different machinery. We're going to use those kind of all the blocks, the electricity stuff. All of these guys, we're going to make cool little devices and stuff that direction. This direction, we're going to have all of the blueprints, which I think are kind of an important part of the game. I see a lot of people using them. I see a lot of people enjoying them. So I thought, you know what? We're going to have all the blueprints on show, which I think will be all right. This direction, I wanted to showcase the nature, which is tricky. I was trying to think of a way to showcase nature, and I was like, you know what I love? The biodome. In Montreal, there's this big biodome where you walk through these different environments, and they have animals and whatnot. And I really love that experience, and penguins at the end are the best part. But anyway, I decided I wanted to mimic that. That would be how I would show nature, and then we have pixel art on the walls to sort of showcase what each section's going to be. So we're going to have machinery. That's supposed to be like a drill. I gotta fix up these. This direction, we're gonna have the blueprints. This direction, we have the nature. This direction, not sure yet. I guess it'll be a surprise. But yeah, that's it for over here today. I'm really happy with how it's coming along. I think this place, you know, having one side done, really happy with it. And then I see the scale that I did that side and sort of the level of effort and energy put into that side. I think, you know what, if we do every side as well as I think I did that side, while continuing to evolve and learn and everything, if we do every side as well as I did that side, I think this place is really going to be kind of something special. And I want it to be kind of a cool thing that the other guys on the server can come and, you know, explore. And I want it to be a very cool place. So anyway, the biodomes, the biospheres are officially done. Very exciting. Very exciting. I mean, not to say I won't go back and tweak whatever, but they're kind of officially done, and it's time to move on to something new. All right, not going to do too much this episode. I think it's already pretty long, and you know, it was episode 50. We did the stuff, the spheres, the domes. But now I just wanted to kind of go and claim the area and let you guys know what we're going to be doing in the very near future. Like next episode, we're going to be building a big haunted house, big haunted mansion, whatever it ends up being called. And I'm really excited because it's more of like a detail project. It's gonna be like pretty big, I guess, but it's also very much more a detail project, which I'm really excited about. I haven't done, the domes were a bit of details, but that was also just a lot of sort of building and stuff. This is gonna be a full out detailed thing. We're gonna build it right back here, sort of in this little area. Going to be sort of sunken down. We're going to use these new blocks. I decided to brought some chests with me. We're going to use these new haunted blocks. Weepwood, I think, looks pretty creepy. Anyway, I'm probably going to go kill a bunch of stuff at night, because that's like the easiest way to get these blocks. They all drop a bunch of the blocks, so go kill the ghost creatures if you want these blocks. But anyway, yeah, I thought I'd just show you guys the area. I did last episode, but I've officially chosen this one. I think it'll be really cool. We can have a bridge. I'm thinking this area we can do some stuff with. We can make like a whole little thing, a whole little walkway up to the house. We can make that all creepy, which I think is going to be really fun. I'm really excited for this project. Yeah, Halloween and everything. Get to showcase some of the new blocks, hopefully find some old blocks that are creepy. I also really like this area because you have the different colored leaves, so it kind of feels like fall. And we also have these creepy spruce-like trees. I'm not sure what they're called. But I'm just really pumped for it. I think it's going to be a fun project, and that's where we're going to start next time. So leave a like if you enjoyed this video. The biodomes are complete. Now we can move on to other things. So leave a like if you have enjoyed that whole process and this video. I hope it was okay. I just decided to try, some different stuff with the this video. The whole having music playing and having its own little walkthrough. Just decide to be a little different, try a little different stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Comment what you think down below. I'm sure there's going to be someone commenting like, yeah, you missed a bunch of blocks somewhere. And I'm sure I did. But you know what? It's all right. I'll fix them at some point. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe for more Creativerse. Also, if you want to leave any comments on any blocks that might be helpful for a haunted house that aren't the haunted blocks, the other blocks that might help make this look real creepy, let me know in the comments. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao.